It's really good. It's kind of, it's really amazing getting up to share, because it still just wipes everything out in my head that I had before, whatever I had before. And yeah, I also kind of experienced that just generally with the training, that there is more and more a sense of like, wow, like every single moment's completely fresh. Every single person is completely amazing and fresh within that. Like each time I meet a person, the next time I meet them, then there's just something completely new going on. And yeah, like I met the training, like I think it was about 8 years ago, maybe. 2009 was when I did 2010 was when I did the empowerments. And yeah, I've just kind of hung around, really. I've just kind of stuck around, and it's what I find really phenomenal, and like increasingly so, is just the like this kind of radical simplicity, which I was always looking for, because I always wanted to be involved in things that would push beyond the ideas of what humans can do, humans can be, and how humans can live together. I always was interested, like fascinated with that, really excited about that, interested in that. And then, but like for something that is embedded so simply into everyday life, like that was really difficult to find. I thought that was impossible to find, like to find something that could be, yeah, just so usable and so easeful and crucially so lovely, you know, like so enjoyable, and yeah, so like these meetings are just incredible, you know, like yeah, like going to them, that was my beginning, would just be coming to these meetings and that were in this room, and you know, 7, 8 years ago, 9 years ago maybe, when I first went to one. And I just remember feeling this like amazing relief, like I was involved in loads of, like, at that time when I came, I was involved in like loads of like full political activism. My life was very like political. Everything felt really intense, like, and all my relationships felt quite intense as a result. And then just coming into an open meeting, it was just like, wow, just like no one cares. It's so good, so good. And like this, and everyone's just like, oh, you're cool. It's just, I don't know. There's just it was just like, I can't really. It's hard to put into words just how much relief I felt just coming to a meeting where it was like, oh, this is what we're going to focus on. And it's about how, like, all human beings are completely amazing. Everything you're experiencing is like powerful and usable, and yeah, like it was just incredible, and it totally blew open community for me, which was before like find as many people that have a similar kind of idea as me, or like look a bit similar to me, or have a similar kind of vibe, or it would get more and more kind of hard to pin down, like, but still there would be like, find this thing, and then it's just more like, wow, just like everyone's amazing, everyone's precious, and everyone has this like you know, these amazing raw talents which they can choose to express, and when you're in a community that's based around appreciation, gratitude, openness, flourishing, then that comes out in a really beautiful way. And the cool thing is that it comes out also like when people are like also not like when people are feeling really grumpy and crappy as well. Because that was another thing. It was before, like, I just looked for community, and then a lot of the communities I was in, like, there'd be like really cool things and cool moments and like periods of time where it was like, yeah, we're really doing something together. This is awesome. And then it would like it would just basically, what's the word? Flounder? No, that's a weird word. It would kind of collapse in a, you know, whatever way that looked. It might not be so dramatic, but you know, the weather would change is one example. But like also just, you know, relationships would kind of, there'd be something that would make this person go away from this project because I can't be with that person, or this thing, and I felt like, wow, like all of the things that I'm so passionate about, like I don't see how I'm going to be involved in them in 10 years, because I like, just everything is so like fluid and it's also vulnerable. And this training, I just find it's just been a completely rock solid part of my life for all this time, to the point where I can't even really remember what it was like to live without it. And it's funny, because it's like I'm not like, I just stick around. Like I just do meetings and calls when I can, and I do regular trainings. I do the Candice's teachings, and I just maintain an open attitude.